What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, reviewing today Fortnite. Any project can take many different forms as you create it. From the moment an idea pops into your head, what it will become grows and changes into a more complete thing. That is certainly the case with this game, because even now it continues to get big updates after being stuck in development forever. As it currently stands, this is technically in early access, but with quite a bit of content. I believe it's set for a full release next year, and it'll get turned into a free-to-play title, which my subscribers know that I'm not really a fan of. So really the question is this version of Fortnite really worth spending money on? Our story takes place a week after a magical purple storm has randomly showed up and somehow made 98% of the Earth's population instantly disappear. That on its own is pretty bad, but now these swirling tornadoes have also started bringing with them hordes of undead monsters. As you probably guessed from the name of Fortnite, this game is all about two things: building giant forts and surviving the night. Doing that takes more skill than just throwing up a couple walls and loading a rifle though. For each mission, you and 3 other people are given a chunk of city to explore and stock up on supplies. This early phase of every round is when you use your tools to break down cars for metal, trees for wood, and check out the buildings you come across for more complex building materials. Using these parts, the next thing you need to worry about is finding a power node. The main objective at every level is to activate these hyper advanced looking transmitters. If you're able to fill it with fuel and protect it for 10 minutes, the device fires a laser to the sky that'll destroy the storms in that area, making it safe again. It seems the zombies know this too though, because the moment you turn on the beam to gather energy, hundreds of these rotted husks will begin running straight for you to smash your delicate machinery. In order to stop them from doing that, you better construct a sturdy base before they attack. Here is where Fortnite really impressed me more than any other aspect. At any time, by pressing the build button, you suddenly have this new interface fly up in front of your eyes. This allows you to quickly drop walls, floor panels, and stairs so that you can get a proper view of your surroundings. It's a mechanic that makes throwing together any structure surprisingly fast and easy. By collecting materials like nuts and bolts or steel wiring, you can also lay traps. For example, right here, I'm planning out a path that I'm hoping I can trick the zombies into walking through. As you can see, I put spike traps on the ground, dart shooters on the outer facing walls, and these brain-frying electric nodes on the ceiling so the strongest undead still don't have a chance of getting to my power node. You can get super creative with your designs, even going so far as to using the edit mode to change the size and shape of individual wall sections, so you can do stuff like placing shorter barriers for your teammates to jump over while on guard duty. That can kinda seem like overkill while taking on early missions, but trust me, you start relying on well thought out defenses in a hurry. Surviving such long minutes of being hammered by creature waves is really hard, especially if you didn't prepare correctly. Not gathering up enough ammo or setting the walls wrong means you'll fail, which resets the entire map. On the bright side, there is a way to make sure you never mess up. You can just spend hundreds of dollars on microtransactions. Hooray! Aren't you happy to hear that this game is pay to win? I truly wish I was kidding, because so much about Fortnite is actually very cool, but there's no way I can get over the fact that the gameplay is heavily centered on loot boxes. These can be earned in-game by beating missions and doing bonus objectives, and yet the really epic stuff will take money. When you buy these crates, you unlock new characters, supplies to defend your base with, and some crazy guns. Why is purchasing weapons so important, you might ask? For one simple reason: they break over time and cannot be repaired. Every single rifle, pistol, or shotgun you're firing wears down and eventually shatters, forcing you to constantly be adding new guns to your inventory. While it is possible to earn special schematics that let you build weapons, these are usually extremely weak. To get items that are really worth carrying into battle, you better get some lucky free loot boxes or waste your cash. What really hurts my brain the most about this whole system is that some of the items you find in these chests are experience points boosters for the heroes. That means you can literally buy levels for your characters. I've seen broken cell phone titles that weren't this unbalanced. If you're the type of person who's able to ignore all this annoying pay-to-win issues, I do want to say that honestly, this game is very fun to play. Each of the people we can select have different talents that make them unique in combat, like the ninja's double jump or the soldier's Gatling gun. Wandering around these deserted cities and smashing stuff to use later is great. The art style, silly humor, and controls are all nearly perfect. It's just those awful microtransactions that drag this down so badly. I totally understand that they're trying to run a business, but this is an early access for crying out loud. Maybe wait until your project is closer to being done before you start begging endlessly for money. Overall, I enjoyed my time hunting down zombies and trying to save the world, and yet, I don't see myself playing much longer when I know that I'm going to keep bumping into that terrible paywall. Okay, so we've heard some good and some bad, but let's go to the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving Fortnite a 6 out of 10. I'm sure you all know that normally I'm not the type of person to review an early access game, but this is just such a weird example. They're charging hundreds of dollars. You have to pay 40 bucks even to log in, but it's actually free to download. Whoever thought of this business model must have been on crack. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. This has been DreamcastGuy with another review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. You know, while working on this review, I took a little break and ran to Walmart, and there's a display for this game. It's not even complete. It's supposedly over a year from launch. So why are you putting it in stores? None of this makes sense. Oh, hi. I'm just working on the next video. If you want to see what it is, go ahead and click this button and you can subscribe. Also, if you click these video links, you can see my latest review and my latest top 10. Now I'm just going to sit here for a minute and wait for you to subscribe. Oh, I guess I could put on these giant glasses. I literally found these on a roller coaster.